What does it mean? Love is not irritable. And is that even possible? Welcome to Keeping It Real with Grandma Joe in faith and in truth. And please stick around to the end because I have a very important Grandma Joe channel announcement. Let's jump right in with this verse. 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 7. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable. Hold that thought. Or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Today, I just want to unpack. Love is not irritable. That hits home for me. What causes you to be irritable? Is it your spouse, your kids, family, coworkers, customers? How about your church family? Is it unmet expectations? Is it intolerance or maybe arrogance? The question is, what is your response? When someone pushes you out of the way on the freeway, do you get irritated with a few choice words? Or do you think to yourself, maybe they just got a call that someone in their family flatlined in the hospital and that they were able to bring them back, but that the kids needed you back right away, and then pray for them? Well, that was me pushing everybody out of the way, speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, and then slowing down because I got that call and I was 2 hours from home. How about when your husband leaves all those dirty clothes on the floor again and again? Do you get irritable or do you think, oh, he works really hard, loving husband, and maybe this just isn't a big deal, even if he never picks up those clothes for the rest of our marriage? What about all those unmet expectations? What about those who are just plain mean and hateful? There are hundreds of irritants, sometimes all in one day. Again, how do I respond? Or how do you respond? Our actions follow what we are thinking. So first, our thinking must be transformed. Let's take a look at Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing, did you catch that word, testing? You may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. He transforms our thinking in terms of who's in charge, what's right and what's wrong. Are we a victim? Are we better than anybody else? And the list goes on and on. You get the point. We really do need to be humble. Let's look at Proverbs 3:7. Be not wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. We hear this verse and we tend to think that evil is wicked. We don't think about the minor issues, or as it continues in that verse, resentful. We say things like, you just don't understand, and then we fill in all the excuses and all the reasons why we think we have a right to be irritable, resentful, frustrated, short-tempered, and again, all those emotions that we feel are justified. How about trying something different? Here's a few tips the next time you start feeling irritable. Try taking deep breaths, a few of them, giving us a moment to calm down and think it through. Think to yourself, but by the grace of God go I. It's likely you've been on the other side of that issue, causing someone else to be irritable. Give others the benefit of the doubt, especially those that are close to you. Your assumptions may not always be accurate. I know I've fallen short in this area plenty of times. Pick your battles. Someone said, don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. And one of the most helpful tips to remember is love is a choice, not an emotion or a feeling. Which leads me to our challenge verse and our call to action. 1 Peter 4:8. Above all, love each other deeply because love covers a multitude of sins. My prayer for you, for me, for all of us today is that we love each other deeply, especially when we become irritable, because He, Christ, first loved us. Now for that important Grandma Joe channel announcement. With the new year came schedule changes for my husband and our family, and new and shifting priorities, which has compelled me to place my family priorities over this ministry. There may be opportunity for me to collaborate with others on their channels, but I will no longer be producing, editing, and posting content at this time. I am so grateful that God has given me the opportunity to be part of this ministry. I thank all of you that have continued to support Grandma Joe, and I know and I pray that God's word will not return void. I pray He refreshes you daily and draws you unto Himself. Blessings, and God willing, I'll see you in another season.